It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's the 49ers, leader at quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the 49ers and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now Lewis here on first down, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Montana to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Montana. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They will look to throw. Montana. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Ravens offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. Now, he's had a knack for finding the end zone all season long. His numbers reflect that. Here we are in the month of December, and he sits atop the NFL leaderboard in terms of rushing touchdowns. After the interception, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. They try again with Lewis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now,
and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Charles Haley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now the first carry here for their running back. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. 3rd and 3.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Jackson. Open man right side is Rice. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Gonna need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Again, it's Lewis. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Lewis between the tackles. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And they'll run again. And this time he's in for a Raven touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards here in the penultimate week of the season as he looks to finish strong in order to capture the crown. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Montana. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. Now Montana. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Ready, go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Nelson Aguilar and company getting set to go again on offense now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Shotgun. Here's Montana. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. The Niners at 11-4 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
79 Broncos. Let go. Go.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
Hey, who told you to do that?
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
Alert! Alert! Roll! Roll! Roll!
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's fourth down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught by Terrell Owens. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. They'll look to throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Here's Montana to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Montana toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerry Rice, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Hey, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Rams who are out in front as those teams approach halftime. The Rams trying to hold on and claim victory. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders. The Broncos locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, a touchdown catch in the victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go play action with Montana. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They will look to throw. Montana connects with Kittle underneath. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Jerry Rice, open right side. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Here's a handoff out of the gun. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm.
And this throw will be intercepted. The Hall of Famer Ronnie Lott picks it. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Montana. To the right side, complete to Taylor. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Craig. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. They'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw is Montana. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw is Jackson. And that nearly intercepted, but it's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now it's Jackson. That'll be caught by Rice. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now Jackson. Fighting to stay upright. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. In motion, Aguilar. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Now, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Passing play, Flacco. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. good return up past the 30. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Third down and 1. Now a toss here, short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Flacco. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Flacco. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Flacco. A short throw caught by Andrews. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Now Flacco. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Montana. Over the middle, that's caught by T.O. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's Montana to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. In motion left goes a tight end. Montana. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Ben Sinnott, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To pass, Flacco. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Well timed there by Richard Sherman, a sack on the corner blitz.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Flacco going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here we go. 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The 49ers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. This is the 2-time Pro Bowler, Garrison Hurst. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They will look to throw. Montana. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Santos' kick is up and through. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. As it completes to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Flacco. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Flacco. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting.